Hello children, how are you all? Hope you're all doing good. So, in today's class, we are going to learn few concepts from the chapter Basic Geometric Ideas. Yes, a geometry is a branch of mathematics which deals with points, lines, angles, rays, etc. Right? So, in geometry, do you know what is a point? Yes, a point is an exact location or a particular place, right? It is an exact location. So we will represent a point like this with small dot, and we will represent a point with capital letters A, B, or C, or any capital letters, right? And a point doesn't have any length, breadth, or any thickness. Okay, children. Now let us see what is a line. So, can anyone say what is a line? A line is a collection of points which extends endlessly in both the directions. So, let us take any 2 points, say P and Q. Now, join P and Q and extend in both sides, right? Extend in both sides. A line doesn't have any endpoints, right? So it extends endlessly in both the direction. Okay, so we will put the arrow marks in both the direction. So a line is named with any lowercase letter or with the points on it. That means we can name it as a line L or line PQ. So like this we will represent a line, and also a line doesn't have any breadth or thickness. Now let us see what is a line segment. What is a line segment? So a line segment is a part of a line which has two endpoints. So, a line segment will have two endpoints. Let us take any 2 points, say P and Q. So, this is a line segment P and Q. A line segment has a definite length and have two endpoints. Here, this line segment is named as PQ line segment, and P and Q are the two endpoints here. Right, children? Yes. Now let us see what is a ray. Ray is also a part of a line, and it have one endpoint and extends endlessly in other direction. For example, if O is the starting point, if O is the end point and P is any point on the ray, so we say OP is a ray. Got it, children? So the length of OP, the length of a ray cannot be measured. Also, it doesn't have any breadth or thickness. Now let us see what are intersecting lines. Intersecting lines, right? So, if two lines passes through the same point, if two lines passes through the same point, then those lines are called intersecting lines. For example, let us take any point O, and I am taking a line X, Y, X, Y, and AB. X, Y, and AB are passing through O, right? So here X, Y, and AB are passing through the point O. Here X, Y, and AB are called intersecting lines. Got it, children? X, Y, and AB are called intersecting lines, and the point at which the lines are meeting are called point of intersection. Okay, XY and AB are called lines, intersecting lines, and the point at which they both are meeting is called point of intersection. Got it? Now let us see what are parallel lines. Lines that lie in the same plane such that the distance between them is same from any point on them are called parallel lines. Right, children? Now let us see with an example. I am taking two lines A, B and C, D. So the distance between those two lines is same, right? So we can say it as AB is parallel to CD. In short form, we will write like this. Understood, children? Yes, now let us see what are collinear points. The points which lie on the same line are called collinear points. Let us take a line, for example, an A, B, C, D, E. I'm taking F and G outside. So here A, B, C, D, E are called collinear points. Why? They are all lying on the same line. So do we call F and G as collinear points? No, they are not on the line. Got it, children? So now, and the line which is passing through some collinear points is called line of collinearity. This is called line of collinearity. Line of collinearity. Got it? Yes. Here A, B, C, D, E are called collinear points and F and G are called non-collinear points. And the line which passes through some collinear points is called line of collinearity. Now let us see what are concurrent lines. When three or more lines passes through the same point, then those lines are called concurrent lines. Let us see that with an example. So let us take a point P and three lines AB, XY and PQ. Here AB, XY and PQ are passing through the same point P, right? So these three lines are called concurrent lines, and the point at which the three lines are meeting is called point of concurrence. Point of concurrence. Point of concurrence. So I'll repeat once again. When three or more lines passes through the same point, then those lines are called concurrent lines. And the point at which these three lines are meeting is called the point of concurrence. Now let us see what are open figures and closed figures. What are open figures? The figures which starts from one point and ends at some other point are called open figures. And closed figures? The figures which starts at one point and ends at the same point are called closed figures. Let us see a few examples for open figures and closed figures. See, I am starting a figure from one point, I'm ending at another point. So this is an example for open figure. Now let us see one more example. So I have started it here and ended it here. right? So this is an open figure, right? Now this is another example for open figure. So these are few examples of open figures. Now let us see few examples for closed figures. I'm starting this at here I have started and here I have ended. So this is an example for closed figure. Now I have started it here and also I have ended it here itself, right? So this is an example for closed figure. Got it? So I'm repeating once again. So the figure which starts with one point and ends at some other point is called open figure, and closed figures are nothing but figures which starts at one point and ends at the same point is called closed figures. Now let us see what is interior and exterior of a closed figures, right? Yes. The set of all points which lie inside a closed figure are called interior points of a closed figure, and the set of points which lie outside the closed figure are called exterior points of closed figure. Got it? So let us consider a closed figure. So is this a closed figure? Yes. So A, B, and C, right? Yes. So the points, this is the points which lie inside of a closed figure are called interior, right? So the points which lie outside, so wherever outside of the figure, if any point lies, so that type, those points are called exterior points of closed figures. Now let us see what are polygons. Polygons are closed figures formed from three or more line segments. Polygons are closed figure formed from three or more line segments. So can anyone say few examples for polygons? Yes. Triangle, rectangle, square, very good. Pentagon, right? Pentagon has how many sides? Five sides, right? Pentagon, hexagon, very good. Six sides. Hexagon have six sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are few examples for polygons. Now, is circle a polygon? No. Circle is not a polygon. Why? Yes. It is not formed with line segments, right? So all these figures are having line segments, but circle is not formed with a line segment. So circle is not a polygon. Now let us see what is a linear boundary and what is a curvilinear boundary. A figure with a boundary made up of yes, only straight lines is said to have a linear boundary, right? So, an example for linear boundary is square, right? Why? Why? Its boundary is made up of only straight lines. Got it? Now let us see what is curvilinear boundary. A figure with boundary made up of only a curved lines is said to have curvilinear boundary. So let us take an oval. Is it having a curvilinear boundary? Yes, because its boundary is having only a curved lines, right? So it is said to have a curvilinear boundary. So children, what all we have learned in today's class? What is geometry? What is a point? Line, line segment, ray, very good. Intersecting lines, parallel lines, collinear points, concurrent lines, open and closed figures, interior and exterior of closed figures, polygons, linear boundary, and curvilinear boundary. Hope you all have understood, children. Thank you.